Oh, definitely. Season 2 ended with, one of the great cliffhangers in the history of television with the revelation that Becca Butcher is still alive. And that's a complete game changer, not only for Billy Butcher, but for the rest of the boys as well. When we find the boys in the beginning of season 2, they're wanted fugitives, they're hiding out. And for Billy Butcher, now his focus becomes purely on finding his wife and reuniting with his wife.
You will learn some more backstory on Mother's Milk. As they start taking you deeper into who the boys really are, even in flashbacks that belong to another character. For example, Frenchie. There's a lot of flashbacks that are going to introduce you to Frenchie's backstory. Mother's Milk's a part of his backstory because before they hated each other, they were friends. And Butcher's a part of Frenchie's backstory because there was a part 1 of The Boys before we meet up again last season. You always learn a little bit more about the characters, but there are some really cool conversations that take place between Mother's Milk and other characters in season 2 that he himself confesses to some things that we don't know about him yet.
Listen, everything in season 2 is heightened and raised. The action dial is turned right up. The conflict between the characters is more intense. But also it is a season where we dive much deeper into all of the characters and we get to form a deeper understanding of who they are and why they are the way they are. Specifically with regard to the action, season 2 is like season 1 on triple steroids. It's a compoundly shot in the arm.
I think it's because it's so real. Superheroes in our world aren't perfect. They have anxiety, they have insecurities, they have fears, they envy each other, very human characteristics. So people can relate to real life a lot through our show, and it's what makes us different than a lot of the other superhero universes.
I agree with what Laz said. I think that the fact that these characters are all deeply flawed, even the perceived heroes of the piece, makes them relatable and identifiable. I think that's a part of a success. I think that also taking a long-standing genre like, superheroes, comic books, and flipping it on its head and offering the audience something they have not seen before is also a huge part of the success of the show. This show, I believe, will go down in the history of television as one of the shows that crossed the line on a multitude of occasions, is unblinking and unapologetic about it. And it's great to be a part of.